Hey everybody! I know it's been a while, but things were happening. So the most important thing is that I got a new job, which means I'm gonna have less free time because of the commute. So I've been trying to figure out my recording schedule, and I figured today might be as good as any other day. So yeah, the weather has been insane. Someone said it's like summer and winter are fighting for dominion, and I have to agree. My little puppy dog, I'm petting him right now, and he's been really clingy, which I really like, but it kind of prevents me from doing stuff because he's terrified of his pen, so I can't write next to him. And with this whole thing, this is all the colors I'm using for all 4 of my whips. I can't exactly move them anywhere without like a table or a box or something. So stitching on a couch is nearly impossible. So yeah, he's so cute. So on to WebGo. The numbers were called. They are 4 and 10. They are both complete. 4 was completed on wings because I needed the last few rows of diagonals complete. The last diagonal, it's done. I'll show you to you later, but it's done. And number 10 was completed on the fox, which I will also show you in a moment. But yeah, they are absolutely done. My hair is doing something. Please ignore it. Yeah. Okay, so this is what Layla/Aisha looks like now. You will notice I did not do any specific ending, just what I felt like. So, yeah. So here, for example, that is her leg peeking out from the slit in the skirt. This is where the skirt ends and her leg begins. On this row that I decided to just not do. I also have a bunch of parked threads. But I will start here with Bloom the next time I pick this up to do more diagonals. So that's wings. All 7 diagonals are complete. And this is fox. I think this is the beginning of the layer for the foxes, which means the actual foxes are really close. I'm gonna be able to stitch on them pretty soon, and I'm so excited about it because foxes are my absolute favorite animal. This is 1 diagonal done and 2nd diagonal almost complete. I have been using the last couple of days. It's Sunday today, and I've been using Friday and Saturday to finish organizing my stash. I moved from color families to numbers. I also moved with the colors that I'm using for the whips from color family to numbers, and hopefully it's going to be a lot easier to find numbers because with some numbers they can be in this color family or in that color family, and I have to go through all of them to all of the relevant possibilities. And it was getting really old, like really old. So I changed it. Anyway, fox when I'm done with this diagonal, there's still going to be 5 diagonals left, and only then will I change to Pokemon. Which means that Pokemon might be the May Whipco piece that I'm doing. So hopefully it will be like done. It'll be okay. Yeah. So that's stitching. I did I wrote the 3rd chapter of my Romantasy series, and there's a bit of an info dump there to explain some genetics and where the Fae came from and how courts were created and what the Summer King's intentions truly are. Which kind of changes his character, but not really. In the original draft, he was trying to, he disliked all of his existing heirs, and he wanted the main character, who's a human girl, to be his heir. I haven't flashed out why, though, before I completely revamped the whole thing and rewrote the whole thing. So now his ambitions and the reasonings behind bringing her there are deeper and not particularly familiar. Yeah, so I am considering changing the name from, right now it's a Realm of Sand and Danger, but I'm considering changing the title to The Book of Sand or something along those lines. Which will be really confusing because the Summer's King name is Sand. But I mean Book of Sand, like grains of sand. Because I do have a book title planned. The Book of Stars, which kind of works with another court. So I don't want to do that with the first one. But yeah, I am hoping to include it at some point. Because I do plan on her going to that particular court. I won't say which one, but I do plan on her going to that particular court. It's basically the reason she came to those Feylands, to go to that particular court. So I do hope she will go to that particular court at some point throughout the series. Probably not in the first book though, but I don't know because I learn more about my story as I write it. So I have no idea what's going to happen after the 3rd chapter at the moment, which is weirdly how far I've gotten on the original draft before I decided to revamp it and rewrite it. So yeah. So that is it for now. I know it's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks by the time of recording this. I will try to post more. I will try to stick to a more schedule. But I'm gonna have to figure it out, and I work in shifts, so I might work specific days in 1 week and then different days in another. So I don't actually know. I'm gonna have to figure stuff out. Get some usual days that I work, and then figure out my recording schedule, which shouldn't be that big of an issue because at the moment I'm basically recording and posting for myself because there's very little views and there's no engagement whatsoever, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I can't force people to watch it. I can ask them, but if they don't want to, I can't order them to do it. It's not going to be nice or polite, and I'm a nice and polite person. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I do want to do a tour of both my electric notebook where all my writing and whip stuff and stitching stuff are. And I do want to do a tour of my chart database. I kind of moved everything into one folder and divided that into more folders by designer. So I think it's going to be really cool to do videos about that. But I'm not going to do it if at least one condition is not met. So either people actually ask for it, and for that you are going to have to comment and ask for it, or I get enough consistent viewers to justify something like that. Ideally it's going to be both, but you know, either actually seems pretty far at the moment. So if you do want a tour like that, either of them, really, I don't care. I will probably do them eventually, but could be cool to do one relatively at the beginning of my Flosstube career, to know what we start with, then do another one like a year or so after it to see what changed. I think it could be cool. So let me know if you want it. Share this video with your friends, and like and subscribe and comment, because this is what gets things going. I will say I have a ton of patterns and charts from all the major designers, and some that I charted myself, like the wings and the Disney Princess mural thing. And that is not the official name, but it's what I call it because it's kind of complicated. When it's just me, I call it mural. And my electric notebook changes like monthly. So there's always new whips, new ideas, new updates on existing notebooks. So I think it could be really, really cool. And yeah, really cool. So let me know. Comment to let me know. I've been saying that so much. Keep on stitching, keep on reading, and keep on writing. And I'll see you next time.